I always wanted vinyl. I said, I'm going to have a vinyl record one day. And by God, I did. Dua Lipa, Elton John, Britney Spears, they have re-released, made versions of old hits, and they've reimagined them, and they've become these amazing pieces of pop music that will now live on another 30 years. If you are not doing this thing, then you are doing the world an injustice and yourself. I was proud of this ability that we could pop in and do a show and 300 people would show up. That was a real thing, and it was because of just showing up. Mending fences was about my life. I grew up in I grew up in a very unhealthy environment. I've experienced abuse in emotional, physical, spiritual, sexual way that I would not wish on anyone. Mending fences starts the record. And in my life at that time, I longed to mend myself. I longed to mend everything, broken relationship, every wound, every hurt. I hadn't lived because I stayed in a bubble because I didn't want to get hurt anymore. We are down, but we're not out, damn it. And keep going. Keep going. God's voice is sometimes just a whisper. We have to listen. And whatever it is you believe, there is something within you, deep within your heart of hearts, that we say, give me a sign that what I'm to do is what I'm doing or not doing. So the plea for fixing oneself to start the record into, okay, I'm doing what I am made to do. Listening for a whisper. Hear Me Now was about this idea that, I am this all over the place guy. I have all these ideas. I'm here and there and everywhere, but hear me. I like you. I wanted there to be more build. I wanted there to be this raw. I wanted it to just get to your gut. You work your ass off and you feel that you're just taking these steps back. I felt as a failure because I'd come home in 2010 and I was at the peak at the time, the peak of my career, talking to and signing with deals and doing all kinds of things. And then it just comes to a screeching halt. And it's like, oh, okay, well, I'll be a funeral professional. I come from generations of abuse and alcoholism, and I'm the middle child and I'm different. I'm proud of that. If you put enough dirt under it, that shit piles up so much and it's disgusting under there. It'll come out. Or you speak to it and you forgive and you don't hold on to it. Breaking a generational curse for I'm the fourth, so 3 generations of. And I'm really proud of that. When you apologize and you acknowledge wrongdoing, there's no more that someone who was wronged can say. You take the power away. Forgiveness is for you. It's not for the person being forgiven. A man or a woman, or they go and they sacrifice and they work and tire themselves and they protect others at the cost of themselves. And that's what it's about. Timmy went swimming. Timmy is my cousin who died in 1994. My first death experience ever. And it affected me so much so that I'd written a song about it, which is ironic. And then, hey, you don't know how much time you have. What are you going to do with it? Be something. Be something. Choose good. You leave a mark. I'm not ready to put your pictures away, because we've all experienced that. As I've buried my late grandmother and my cousin and lost relationships, I still struggle with putting pictures away and starting over. When we break, we grow. It's shedding of our skin to get the new one, and it's any other analogy you can think of. And 21 years, 21 million mistakes. Now it's 38 years, 38 million mistakes. You could add the number forever and always, and it still holds weight. Grief is part of living, and if you rush it away by wanting the time to pass, then time is past that you don't get back. Closure is the closure of the record. It's also what I now long for, but no longer want to speed to, because it's the most invaluable resource, and that's time. It's unreplenishable. I'm going to have a record one day, and I do.